Our team is using Gumshoe today first and foremost as a diagnostic tool for reporting both weekly internally amongst the go-to-market team, but all the way up to the board level. My name is Kris Gösser. I'm the CMO at Shipium. Shipium is an end-to-end shipping platform. What that means is that we work with pretty large organizations to help optimize and automate a lot of their execution, orchestration of shipping within the supply chain. That helps companies like Gap or 3PLs like Ryder. Before using Gumshoe, I was originally looking at the diagnostic inside of AI engines as still a specific point of which I'm trying to optimize towards. Take a particular topic or theme and look at like very specific prompts and try to figure out how I could optimize to perform well against those prompts. Now what has happened is the market is starting to understand that that's not how these probability machines work. It's always going to be different. And so instead, you want to take more of a statistical approach to this that can give you more of a holistic understanding of the performance of your brand or your products within different themes. And so when I started to switch towards that perspective, and then we switched to using Gumshoe, the report structure that Gumshoe offers was the right kind of container for me to map my go-to-market strategy to how I want to then track and understand my performance inside of AI search engines. What made Gumshoe stand out was the initial commitment to looking at this at a more statistical model. I think that other vendors have kind of sort of already viewed that as a thing that has to happen, but I didn't really view that like people were really committing to that to the baseline of how the product was being built. When I learned more about how Gumshoe functions and played around with a report and understanding the outcomes, I immediately saw that the approach to really looking at this like broad swath across different types of permutations to get more of a statistical result versus a discrete result, that matched to me what felt like would be real data or real insight versus something that could be a red herring or not actually useful, kind of lead me down the wrong path. Once I knew that Gumshoe was approaching the scoring or the metrics the right way, I then valued how Gumshoe was allowing me to create reports that tied to the types of strategies that I cared about tracking. So whether it was versus specific competitors or in conjunction with certain partners or just various themes or topics like AI and shipping. By tying a report to that type of a topic, that level of abstraction, that gave me the right amount of confidence that I'm getting the right signal. Our team is using Gumshoe today first and foremost as a diagnostic tool for reporting both weekly internally amongst the go-to-market team, but all the way up to the board level. The second thing that our team really loves to use Gumshoe for is an understanding of how we're performing against competitors. When I can look at a report at a specific theme, I can get a sense of which competitors are beating us or how we're beating other competitors. That then gives me a chance to really dive into understanding what they're doing and gives me the right kind of direction to understand strategy. CMOs should work with Gumshoe because they make it really easy to set up an understanding of how you're performing across a lot of different surface areas and strategies. And then from that, they go with you on the entire journey then of understanding what's the right plan of action to take next. There is no strategy without intelligence, and I viewed Gumshoe as my intelligence tool.